That's the boys. That's the boys? You included them in the boys? And Angie. She's here too. Not yet, but we are here and we are broadcasting live, and it's a town day tour, and we're actually in downtown Watertown. We are at Gather Coffee, Gifts, and Eats, and we'll talk to Angie in just a moment. Josh, here we go, downtown Watertown.
Hey, look at this building that we're in. Do you remember this building growing
up? I love
up?
the sign back
right?
there. Isn't that awesome?
Thank you for shopping Woolworths.
I know it.
I mean, yeah, I can remember this building as a little kid. Do you remember the lunch counter over there?
Very little.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't here long after I moved to Watertown.
The cash register's right over here. Yeah. And then guess what was right behind the cash registers?
What?
The candy aisle.
Oh,
it's right here as I remember it. So, yeah, pets over there. I can remember Woolworths.
All right,
I do remember it. So that's where we're at, the old Woolworths building, downtown Watertown. And I can remember walking into Woolworths as a little kid, and it just had that smell. You know, that a Woolworths had, I guess. I don't know what it was, but it was a good smell.
It's a good smell in here right now.
It is a good smell in here. And there's muffins over there, and there are muffins in the kitchen. I didn't have a chance. But did you see what was up there?
No,
didn't look?
You were going to get a specific muffin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kick you out of the chair to go find it right now.
Okay.
And we're going to bring Angie in to talk to us.
Well, I wonder.
Do you feel like we're in the zoo right now?
I do. Yeah. Don't tap on the glass, okay? My
it's
goodness.
Like people are looking and staring. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I looked over in the case, and guess what's over there?
What?
The Elvis. We're going to have the Elvis muffin.
Sounds good. You go get it.
I'm going to go get it. But there's also a coffee cake or a cinnamon. I might have to have that one, too.
Well, I want the Elvis. That's what you said.
You're
going to
have the Elvis? Okay.
All right.
Angie runs this place. Let's talk to Angie. All righty.
Angie Reppy from Gather Coffee, Gifts, and Eats. I got to make sure I say it right. Good morning.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us downtown Watertown.
Thank you for coming and hanging out with us this morning. And this is great.
Tell us about Gather.
Gather is something that I've wanted to do for a number of years, and it kind of all came together about a little bit over a year and a half ago, and we opened up here downtown. Super proud to be downtown, and feel a little need and make sure everybody is highly caffeinated and have their tummies full of really good treats.
Tell us about some of the things you offer.
We offer a full coffee bar, so you can get anything from a drip coffee. Yeah, we have light and dark roast.
I have light roast right now.
Decaf and espresso. And we have all of our beans roasted locally. Actually, my neighbor next door, Mike Marotz from the Watertown Confectionery, does all my roasting for me.
That's not an easy process. I've watched that.
It is not.
It is
not. And I'm a novice yet, too. He's kind of taken me under his wing a little bit, but I have a lot to learn. So, yeah, he's definitely the guy. We also have muffins, scones, biscotti.
Which you've been making fresh this morning.
Yes, absolutely. Every day I'm here in between 5:30 and 6 o'clock firing up the oven. So, yeah, everything is nice and fresh. We have cookies and bars as well, and we can kind of make custom orders as well.
I love the atmosphere, too. You've got some couches over here and some tables set up. You've got gifts. It's a great atmosphere.
Being that we're downtown, I wanted to bring in a little bit of an urban touch to Watertown. So I wanted it to feel a little bit different than other places in town. So, yeah, I kind of picked a few weird things here and there, and I just added my cool sign up above there, my marquee letters. I've been saving my allowance for a long time to add that. So I just like to surprise people and create a nice, cozy environment for people to relax and gather with the people that they care about.
Invite people to come downtown Watertown.
Absolutely. Downtown Watertown is where it's at. We just changed out all the sculptures on the sculpture walk, so that's pretty exciting as well. I don't know. We're just super proud to be down here and hope everybody will stop in.
Awesome. Angie, tell them where to find you.
We are at 122 East Kemp Avenue. We're right on the corner. You have 2 doors to choose from, so there's no way you can miss us. And yeah, we're absolutely open every day. We're open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Fridays we close a little bit early at 5, just so people can go out and chase kids. And then Saturdays we're open 8 to 4.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds good. We'll have you back on later in the show, but we appreciate you inviting us down here to be a part of this.
I'm thrilled.
All right, thanks.
Yep, thank you.
Angie Reppy joining us from Gather Coffee Gifts and Eats as we are broadcasting What's Up Downtown Watertown. It's one of our town tours as I direct a little traffic here this morning. And up next, we're going to talk with Paul from Tackers, and we're going to shift seats here and let Mike take over, and then Jan DeBerg coming up.
All right, thanks, Todd. Paul Tacker is with Tacker Plumbing and Heating and/or Incorporated. I'll have you hold that mic up nice and close, Paul. Good morning. Good to see you, and thanks for coming down this morning.
Yep, good morning, Mike.
Tell us a little bit about Tacker Plumbing and Heating, what you do, how long you've been around.
Well, we've been around since 1957. It was started by my father, followed along with my brother and myself, and we do plumbing, heating, cooling, and we recently started a fireplace line, so we tend to keep very busy.
Yeah, sounds like a family-owned and operated business then, with everybody involved in pitching in.
It is, and it's the dynamics of having a family business is kind of unique, but we seem to get along real well, so things are nice.
How have you seen the business change over the years, Paul?
Well, technology has brought a lot into both the plumbing and the heating, especially in the HVAC industry, which would be the heating and cooling. That's the biggest change that I've seen throughout the years. Finding employees has become an issue because it just seems like everybody wants to go to the extended education or your colleges, and they want to do the things that don't get down and dirty.
Yeah, that's right. And your line of work can get dirty. The hands get a little dirty, don't they?
They can. I've had my share of getting my hands in the fun stuff.
The decision to get into the fireplace line, talk about that, why that decision is made, how it kind of came about.
Well, we were doing piping gas to fireplaces for other entities, and at that point it was like, well, why don't we just bring on a line and we can do the contracting or become a general for the fireplace, and it kind of is a gratifying experience to see what the finished product is when you're all said and done with it, and it's went really well, I guess.
The physical location of your business, has it changed over the years? Have you always been uptown here?
He started in my father's garage, and I believe around 1978 is when we built the store in downtown, and we had a metal shop that was out on the highway that was by Montgomery Furniture, and we had a warehouse in the Dempsey building before Dempsey's was in there, but father built it in 1978, and here we are.
You eventually ran out of room in the garage, maybe, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. Never thought it'd get that big. I hear him say that all the time, and all the stuff that we got to deal with for materials, we just need space.
Paul, I'm told that Tacker Plumbing and Heating is the longest continuous advertiser on KWAT. I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that, and wanted to personally thank you for supporting our business, the radio station KWAT.
It's good to have a radio station that cares, and they do a very good job of what they do, and we appreciate it. And I guess 40 years, I wouldn't have known that. I'd have been really little at that point in time, so it's hard to remember those memories. They all run together.
Paul, if anyone needs plumbing and heating, cooling services, a fireplace, is it best to just give you guys a call, maybe mention your phone number and where you're at here in Uptown Watertown?
You can get a hold of us at 886-2457. We're downtown. We're Wells Fargo Bank, as we're across the road and a half a block to the south. I usually tell people that, and we're just the other direction of Makepeace Jewelers. Sounds
good. Thanks for a few minutes of your time. Continued success with this family-owned business here in Watertown.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the opportunity.
You bet. Paul Tacker from Tacker Plumbing and Heating. Do we want to bring in Jan now, or do we want to take a break?
We'll bring in Jan right now, and then we'll take a break closer to 8:45 because we've got lots of people to talk to this morning. Also, we are streaming live on our YouTube channel. You can go to gowatertown.net. gowatertown.net, and just click on the same area you go to watch an Arrow game, and you're able to watch and listen on your computer this morning as well. All
I
right?
need to handle the interview with Jan.
You got
get to
Jan.
talk to her all
I
the
get to
time,
talk to her
so-
all the time, so it's your turn.
Jan, good morning. Thanks for
Good
coming down.
morning. Thanks for having me.
You are with the Watertown Area Community Foundation. Folks may have heard of that but don't know what you do. So what does the Community Foundation do?
The Community Foundation is a collection of individual endowment funds, and we are celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. We started in 1979. We were the first community foundation in the state of South Dakota and one of the first in the entire Midwest. And we award grants that invest in the vitality of the Watertown area. So our donors tell us through their fund documents their wishes for the earnings on their endowment fund. So over the years, starting in 1979, over the years, we have awarded about $7 million in grants to support area nonprofit groups and organizations with programs and projects that improve the quality of life here in Watertown.
That's a lot of money, $7 million.
That's a lot of money.
My
Yes.
goodness.
Yes.
When you award a grant, Jan, who determines how much money and where it goes to?
We have a 7-member volunteer board of directors. 5 of them are appointed by outside entities, the Watertown School District, the Watertown Area Chamber of Commerce, the City of Watertown, and then 1 each from our trustees, Great Western Bank and Wells Fargo Bank. We also, several years ago, added 2 at-large members. So we have a 7-member volunteer board of directors, and they review all grant requests and then match those grant requests up with the dollars that are available from donors, and also according to the community's wants and needs.
Your offices are just a stone's throw away from Gather
They
here.
are.
Just down the street here. How important is it for the Area Community Foundation to make sure that you can do what you can to help keep downtown Watertown, some folks call it uptown Watertown, vibrant, and I'll call it mom and pop businesses like the one we're sitting in right now thriving?
It's very important to us. You know, first of all, our office is downtown, so we're very involved in what's going on downtown. But through the H2O20 community visioning process several years ago, a majority of people that completed the survey told us that they were very interested in downtown revitalization and beautification. So we have awarded numerous grants since then, helping to start Watertown Art Walk and doing some other things in the downtown area to support the visioning process H2O20.
Jan, if people want to learn more about the Community Foundation, do you have a website people can
We
go to?
do. They can go to watertowncommunityfoundation.org.
watertowncommunityfoundation.org.
Yes.
Jan, good to see you again. Thanks
Nice
for a few
to see
minutes of your
you.
time. Jan DeBerg of the Watertown Area Community Foundation. Todd, do we want to go to break now, or do you
Not
want to
yet.
keep
We
it
got
here?
a few more minutes. We got to keep rolling. Again, I want to remind you that you can check out our website, gowatertown.net, gowatertown.net, and you can watch and listen on your computer. We are streaming live audio and video this morning, and it's on our website at gowatertown.net. Same way you'd go to an Arrow game. Click on Arrow Broadcast. It says Bryant's still on there, Josh.
It
Why,
does.
But we're actually Watertown this morning. Go ahead.
All right, we'll have to talk to our webmaster, our web developer. We do have a couple of guests joining us this morning from the Boys and Girls Club and from Dakota Bank, and Kelly Jaderberg along with Mallory from Dakota Bank. And we're going to talk about a raffle that's coming up, and you're going to draw, what, are we, a little over a month away. Is that right, Kelly?
Yeah, just a month away. The raffle's June 19th. So our Support a Child wins something Wild Raffles in its 10th year. It's been a great run for the raffle. And if you haven't yet seen the Jeep out in the community, we decided to do things a little different this year. So instead of the traditional truck that we've done for the last 9 years, we're doing a Jeep this year. So a nice red sporty Jeep. And it's actually out in front of Dakota Bank for the rest of the week here. And Dakota Bank has been a great partner with the raffle. So we're really excited to have Mallory here this morning with us.
Let's talk to Mallory. Mallory, Dakota Bank has been a part of this, I think, probably since day one. And that's important to get behind local projects. And that's what just shows Dakota Bank's commitment to the community.
For sure, for sure. And the Boys and Girls Club is one of our favorites to do just because the kids that they, impact. It's a great place for them to go after school and in the summers and, keeps them, just from being complacent at their homes, maybe sitting in front of their Xboxes, gives them something else to do. So it's just a really good place. We went and toured it the one time, and the kids' smiles and everything they were doing was just amazing. So we really like the Boys and Girls Club.
Did you get to see the new facility?
I have, not when the kids were there, but I got to go and see it, and it's phenomenal.
Isn't it? I
awesome.
mean, it's just, I remember going to the club a long time ago, and it is so advanced and it's roomy and there's spaces for different ages. And I mean, it just really is a place where kids can go and hang out with friends. They can, if they are struggling, maybe reading or something, there's help. It's just, it's something that's so important to the community.
It is. It is truly very important. So we're very grateful that we have them here in Watertown.
It is. And so the Jeep, and along with the Jeep is pulled behind the second prize. Is that right?
Yeah, the second prize is a Sea-Doo watercraft. So hopefully, this warm weather will continue, and when that raffle comes around, you'll be able to pull out that Sea-Doo right away and enjoy it on the lake.
Only 1,000 tickets, right?
Yes, so we only sell 1,000 tickets. Tickets are $100 a piece. And right now we're at about 700 sold. So
wow.
We do have a little promotion for the next couple days. If you buy a ticket today or tomorrow, you'll be entered into a drawing to receive a $100 gift card from Senex Sioux Valley Co-op.
And where can they buy tickets at, Kelly?
Yeah, the best place to get tickets is at our club main site. That's on 1000 3rd Avenue, just north of the high school, if you're unfamiliar with our location. And you can call our phone number. It's 886-6666.
And if you want to go look at the vehicle, you can go look at it?
Yeah, so right now it's at Dakota Bank. And then we kind of move it around to some of our other sponsors. So next week it'll be at McDonald's. We also have Evolution Power Sports. It's already been at Watertown Ford, but they're all great partners, and we're super grateful for the support we receive.
Who can buy a ticket?
Yeah, so really anyone over the age of 18. Because of the prize, you do have to be over 18 to win, but really anyone can buy a ticket. So.
And again, call the Boys and Girls Club, cash, check, credit card. You guys are situated, ready to go?
Yep.
It's going to be a busy summer at the Boys and Girls Club, right?
That is right, yes. So to kind of kick off our summer, we'll actually be closed May 23rd and 24th to prepare. We were expecting there to be no school when we had those days scheduled, but for right now we are going to stay closed those 2 days. And then our summer program kicks off May 28th. So if you are interested in getting your kiddos signed up, it's very important that you come in now to do that. We do have orientations that are mandatory for new members and a parent or guardian, and those happen every Tuesday and Thursday night now at 5:30. You don't have to call ahead. You can just show up, and our program staff will show you around the club and kind of give you the ins and outs, policies, procedures, how everything works. So it's very, very important that you do that now so that your kiddo can start coming that first day of summer.
Awesome. And if people have information, is a lot of that information on the website?
Yes. Yep. So right on our homepage should be our membership forms. A membership form needs to be filled out for every child who would be coming. And our membership is just $25 for the year. So that's until December 31st. And so we invite everyone who's interested to come to an orientation and check it out.
All right. Well, again, if they want tickets, stop by the Boys and Girls Club or give you a call.
Yes. Our number again is 886-6666.
Thank you,
My
Kelly.
number is 654.
I haven't even looked. I don't know what my number is. So 654. That's
the lucky
the lucky number.
Yes.
Is it going to be this year?
Maybe.
Maybe. It has to be someone,
I also
right?
have tickets here.
Oh, you're going to be at Gather here this morning?
Well, Well, no, if anyone wanted to buy one here this morning.
Okay, they can
But-
stop by and.
Yeah, they could stop
Okay.
by.
All right. If Todd needs another one.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Kelly.
Thank you.
Yep. Kelly Jaderberg with the Boys and Girls Club, and Mallory from Dakota Bank. And again, less than 300 tickets remain, so that's exciting. Get those tickets before they are gone. And we are busy getting our next guests lined up. And Todd is. He's the things he does behind the scenes here, right, Jen?
Exactly.
Get out of the chair, Josh. We got to keep rolling
Quick
here
run.
this morning. Jennifer Penley joining us from the Chamber. What are you
Good
guys
morning.
up to these days?
Oh gosh, we're always up to something downtown here, but we have coming up, we're really excited. We have Wine Walk coming up on June 13th. You can get your tickets at the Chamber. They're $25 in advance or $30 at the door. That's really fun. We have about 20 different businesses downtown lined up as stopping points.
Those have really become popular, haven't they?
They have. You know, we limited it to 20 because to be able to get to that many places, and we had more than 20 businesses wanting to
Really?
participate. So unfortunately, we had to limit it. Otherwise, you won't make it to all the spots. But
How many
yeah.
people can participate, Jen?
We have 200 tickets available, so definitely give us a call or stop by the Chamber located on the corner of Kemp and Broadway, and we have the tickets there ready to go.
And the wine walk is when, and how do they get those tickets?
June 13th, which is on a Thursday, and they can stop by the Chamber. We have them there. Give us a call. You can pay over the phone, and we can mail them out to you if you can't make it.
Obviously, there's an age limit on it.
Yes, you must be 21 to participate, unless you want to visit with officers. But yes,
All right, and men, women, couples, groups, anybody? welcome?
anyone. You know, I've noticed the trend has been a lot of women. They get their girlfriends together. It's a fun night out. But there are men that participate, and then we have Thursday Night Live that night.
Oh,
And so it's a busy night here in downtown Watertown.
tell us about Thursday Night Live.
We are so excited. So people have been asking us, you know, if we'll move Thursday Night Live, and it is staying downtown, but we are going to move it in front of Gather where we're at right now.
Exactly.
And so the stage will be on Kemp facing west.
Okay.
So we're going to have inflatables. We're going to have kids games. There's more coming, so definitely check out our Facebook page because we're posting stuff all week long about what's going on with Thursday Night Live. We're really excited to have it here. A lot of the businesses were really happy because they're the ones that usually are participating with it.
Sure. So it's going to be right here, right down where we're at right now, every Thursday night all summer?
Yes, it starts June 6th and will go through August.
Sounds
So,
good. Do we know
yeah.
who's going to be here in the first couple yet?
We are still finalizing plans, but I do know the Hush Band is going to be the very first one. The Watertown Community Foundation is celebrating 40 years, so they wanted to bring this band in, but we're still finalizing. We will have the whole schedule posted by the 23rd of this month.
Awesome. You guys are lucky to be downtown Watertown.
I love it.
Close to places just like this.
Yes, I come to Gather quite often. I love it down here.
Have you seen my muffin?
I did.
I haven't
looks
bit it
very,
It's the
It
Elvis.
looks very good.
It's the Elvis.
I got the coffee cake one this morning,
that
and then a
sounds good,
pina
too.
colada smoothie. So I try to tell myself it's healthy, but
If
we know
folks
it's
would
not.
like more information about the Chamber, Jen, how do they get that?
You can either call us at 886-5814 or visit us online at watertownsd.com.
Excellent. Appreciate you coming down.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, we're on a roll here. We're at Gather Coffee, Gifts, and Eats. It's the Downtown Watertown Town Tour, and we are busy, but we're going to take a break. Mark's back at the studios. He's taking care of all that, so we'll take a quick break and be back with more in Downtown Watertown. Come and join us.
Chris, stand by because you'll be up after Dan here, you and Julie.
You'll just want to keep it like right up in here. So, hold that right now, and it'll be a couple minutes before you go back on here.
Todd? I'm going to do Dan from the lounge, and
Okay.
then I'm going to do Chris from the development company and
Okay.
Julie from the CVB together.
Okay, perfect.
And then I don't know.
Yep, then
That'll
I'll
probably
let
take
you
us
know.
close to 9
Okay.
for the top of the hour break. I don't know if we want to do somebody after that, before the break or not, but just let me know. Okay. Welcome back to What's Up here on KWAT, our town tour taking us to downtown Watertown today, broadcasting from Gather Coffee. We got a full house here, a lot of folks that we're talking to. Next up, we visit with Dan Schwalm from the Lounge in Watertown. Dan, good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you again. You've owned that business how long, Dan?
Oh, about 6 months now.
6 months, so still relatively new. How's it been going?
It's going good.
Okay. Since you acquired the business, well, first of all, what made you decide to become a business owner of the Lounge to begin with?
It's kind of been a lifelong dream of mine, I guess, to be a bar owner. I was the bar manager at the Elks for 11 and a half years, so just kind of something I always wanted to do for myself, basically.
And in the 6 months or so that you've owned the business, has it been kind of status quo, business as usual, or have you come in and made some changes?
We have made a few changes in there, yeah, added a few different games. We have painted and changed the restrooms around a lot, jazzed them up just a little bit for the girls and the guys.
Fresh coat of paint can do wonders, can it?
Yes, very much so.
Tell me about where is the Lounge located? And I've been there several times. I know where you're at, but for people that might not be familiar with the Lounge, where do they find you?
It's on 21 North Maple, downtown Watertown, right across the street from Wells Fargo.
All right. Tell us about what you offer in terms of food and drink.
We have everything from burgers to chicken sandwiches to Phillies, which are incredible. My favorite's the Lounge Burger. It's got a egg, a hash brown, cheese, bacon on it. It's really good.
That's right.
Bacon. Bacon makes everything better, Dan.
That it does.
I'm convinced of that. What are your hours there?
Hours are Tuesday through Thursday. It is 4 to 12 o'clock, in between 12 and 2, depending upon if anything's going on.
How busy you are.
Yep. And then Friday through Sunday, we're open 11 until 2 o'clock in the morning.
You bet. You mentioned that you've added some new games. What kind of games are we talking
Yes,
about?
we have one that's called Boss Toss we just got. It's a mixture between, I'd say, beanbags and darts.
Oh,
It's
my.
hanging on the wall. You have also kind of like a dart throwing spot to go from, but it's beanbags. And it just adds score all the way up to 40. And if you go over, you got to go back, kind of like beanbags you play outside.
Has that been popular?
Yeah, it's starting to get popular, I think, yeah.
And what is the name of the game again?
It's called Boss Toss.
Boss Toss, a combination of beanbags and darts.
Yep.
I like it. All right. You have karaoke too, right?
Yes, karaoke every Tuesday now.
And I asked Dan off air. No, don't point your finger at me, Todd. I asked Dan off air. I said, "Does the boss, the owner, does he sing?" And he said, "Yeah."
Yes, I do.
So I said, "I'm going to ask Dan on the air. What's your favorite karaoke song to sing?"
I'd probably say it'd be John Michael Montgomery, The Auctioneer.
Oh my goodness! You want to give us a little bit of that now, or not, Dan?
Put me on the spot here. Huh?
I don't. I don't mean to do that, but that's awesome. And that's karaoke's always fun,
Oh, it's a great
whether you
time.
can carry a tune or not. And people, they don't care.
Right.
If you're good, they appreciate it. If you're bad, they don't care.
Yeah, no, almost everybody claps for you, even if you're not that great or if you're really good. So, I mean, it's a good time regardless.
Sometimes it takes a little encouragement from your friends to get you up on stage and grab that mic, though, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Hey, continued success with the Lounge. Again, tell us where you're located at. If people want to drop down and maybe have a bite to eat and a drink after work or on a weekend with some friends, which we like to do, tell them again where you're at.
Yep, we're down on 21 North Maple here downtown Watertown. We'll also be adding an outside patio here as well up front. So when it gets warm, come on down.
And it will get warm. It's a little slow to get there this year, but Dan, we will get there,
This
okay?
weather's been a little tough. Yeah.
It has. Dan, good to see you. Thanks for your support of downtown Watertown in this broadcast today. Continued success with the business.
Thank you very much.
You bet. That's Dan Schwalm of The Lounge in downtown Watertown.
Again, I
Next
want to
to-
remind folks that they can watch online. We're live streaming audio and video at gowatertown.net. And you just click on like you're going to watch an Arrow game, and you go to our YouTube channel, and you're able to go. All right, Mike?
All right, sounds good. Chris Shilkin is with the Watertown Development Company. Julie Knutson with the CVB. They're going to join us next on a joint interview here. Thank you both for coming in. Chris, I think it was back in November I got a news release that the development company was going to be involved in a downtown revitalization program.
Yep.
Tell us what that means and how it's been going.
Yep, that's correct. So during our strategic planning and part of our capital campaign for the next 5 years, we want to take a lead role in downtown redevelopment. We started out with a couple simple goals. One was to, fill up Kemp Avenue, the vacant buildings, and try to find some tenants that want to move down here. And so far, we have closed on 3 buildings. All are leased up, and we have announced 2 of them so far. So Sunshine and Company, Women's Boutique and Children's Boutique, and then Philip Matthews Estate Farm. And we have 2 more announcements probably in the next couple weeks that we'll be making on the other 2 that we've secured and new businesses coming in. So
I don't want you to give away all your secrets, but how do you identify these businesses that might want to make a move into a vacant building?
Well, this first go around, a lot of them were already looking downtown, but they just couldn't put the deal together because they either didn't have enough money to buy the building and then renovate it. So we wanted to take a lot of the risk out of that and be able to get them down here. So we bought the buildings, we renovated them, and then we do a lease purchase back to them, kind of within their budget that they can afford. So the main goal, or the end goal, is that they will eventually own the buildings, and then we will get our money back and use that money for something else.
Chris, it's my opinion that sort of the personality or the character of a town is measured by its downtown. I don't know if you'd agree with that, and if that's the case, why is it important to have those storefronts on Kemp filled and have a vibrant downtown?
Well, that's absolutely true. I mean, any research you do around downtown redevelopment is that's what's driving the bus for a lot of successful cities that are either coming back up or have been successful. We probably haven't done as much as we should have over the last however many years, and it's just sometimes things cost a lot of money, takes a lot of time and effort. You're absolutely right with downtown redevelopment. That is the heartbeat of the city, and that's where you see a lot of new things happening. That's where entrepreneurship happens. That's where a young workforce coming out of college wants to live downtown in that atmosphere. So it's absolutely true, and that's why we're committed to doing that.
Not necessarily downtown related, but in a couple of weeks you're going to have an event to mark the creation and the naming of a new industrial park here in town. Tell me about that.
Tuesday, May 28th at 2 o'clock, out at we'll call it now the Calvin Industrial Park. It's west of the Terex facility on the bypass. I'm glad you brought that up because, although downtown has been a focus, we are still focused on industrial recruitment. That's what we've always done since 1947. We've been doing that. So it's not like we stopped doing that. It's just we took on a little more and kind of diversified a little bit. So we're still developing new industrial parks, dedicating that after John Calvin, who is now going into the South Dakota Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Probably known around here for bringing Angus Palm over from Minnesota back in late 80s, early 90s. John was also commissioner of the GOED back in the Mike Rounds era. So a lot of those things tied together. We thought, well, what a better way to name the park than after Mr. Calvin. So
we love when we can steal businesses from Minnesota, by the way, Chris.
Yeah, for sure.
We're a way more tax-friendly state.
Absolutely.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have you hand the microphone over to Julie Knutson with the CVB. Julie, good morning.
Good morning.
How does the CVB partner with what Chris and his folks are doing at development?
Well, contrary to popular belief in a lot of the CVB world, economic development, the development companies in cities and the visitor industry really should be very hand in hand. People come to visit. If we have things here that Watertown loves, visitors will love it as well. And also, we have to get them here to visit if they're going to move here or spend a few $1 million building a manufacturing plant moving a business. It costs a lot of money to bring a new business into Watertown, and so we need to get them here and roll out the red carpet, and that's a big part of what we do.
We're getting into the busy, the warmer weather season when organizations, groups are having conventions and things like that. Are there some things that you've got lined up coming into Watertown this summer or later in the calendar year?
You know, there are so many things going on right now, and I think we just need to kind of reflect a little bit on, we've had a really big role change in our leadership positions in Watertown from the event center. Their leadership roles, they brought on a new sales director, Clay Bach, a while back, with Chris downtown and Tim Sheehan and myself, all relatively new. Things just are really rolling along, and we all work really well together. So yeah, we have a lot of new businesses coming for conventions. We have a couple national conventions that we've had in the last year that we've not had before, and basically we've been doing some shows in Denver. I have a show booked in Chicago now with the information that's just become public. I was pretty confident, so I did book a show in Chicago, which is a great market for Watertown. So I basically travel all over the country throughout the year and represent Watertown and try to bring events and businesses and meetings here. I just got back from Knoxville at the National Association of Sports Commissions. That was a huge thing, and when I'm not in meetings, I run around town, and I know I sent Chris's office a lot of pictures. They have a beautiful downtown in Knoxville, so signage and just different ideas that they have, rooftop cafes, the art in the alleyway on the exposed brick, that's really big, the town squares. I try to get as much information overall, even if I'm there for a sports commission meeting. So we have, we're trying to pursue an SAA again, and I'm actually taking those folks next week on a bus tour around Watertown to show them what there is to do here.
That's the college basketball tournament.
It's a college basketball tournament that we had, and we're going after other sports that are a good fit for Watertown. But the downtown areas and the revitalization with Sculpture Walk, with all of the progress that we're seeing at the Goss, with all of the artists and all of the museums and the historical, beautiful buildings, things like that, that's what people crave. And I think that when we talk about downtown revitalization, we're not ignoring the rest of the city, but you have to go with what the trend demands. And I think that that's really, building infrastructure that's already existing, obviously, is a smart move. And Chris comes from a place where he's done a lot of this before, and I tell you what, he moves. He does not let grass grow under his feet. I've seen more happen in the last 3 months than, it's a busy place. And we actually are moving our office soon, too. So we're going to stay in the building we're in, but Chris and his staff will be up on the third floor. They're renovating the old radio station floor up there.
Chris can do all the heavy lifting.
That's right.
He's
and
in
so the
shape.
CVB will be moving into the development company area, which will leave 2 additional offices for the chamber, and all of those organizations are growing rapidly, which is a really good indication that Watertown is on the right directional path.
That's wonderful. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Keep up the good work. Development Company website, if people want to learn more about what you're doing for the city, Chris?
WatertownWorks.com.
WatertownWorks.com, and the CVB, Julie, website?
You can go to visit WatertownSD.com, and we have calendar of events on there, and so everything you would need, and you can follow us on Facebook as well.
Sounds good. Thank you both for coming in. Julie Knutson from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Chris Shulkin of the Watertown Development Company. Todd?
All right, we're going to take a break here in just a minute, but we've got a couple of more people we're going to talk to first, and then we'll take our top of the hour break here. Again, you can go to our website, gowatertown.net. We are live video and audio streaming it. Gowatertown.net, and you can watch and listen there as well. Josh?
Well, thank you very much, Todd. And yeah, it has been a busy morning. Stop down to Gather, downtown Watertown, and just enjoy the excitement. It's a good mood in here, and we've got folks here from Plains Commerce Bank, Justine Waba and Martin Peterson. And we're going to start off. Welcome, Martin. Welcome to the radio.
Yeah, good morning.
So you're an ag banker over at Plains Commerce Bank.
I am.
All right, so I kind of grew up on a farm younger. It was a small farm, but then you probably classify me as a city folk. So what does an ag banker do?
Well, typically work with the local farm producers to cover their lending needs, whether it's operating loans, equipment, machinery, livestock loans, and then, of course, help them provide financing for real estate purchases as well.
So is springtime a kind of your season then?
Yeah, we're just coming off our excuse me, our busy season here at the bank as far as the ag lending is concerned. Just getting wrapped up with a lot of our renewals. Help to get many of our existing producers put together here for another year as far as the financing goes. And many of those producers, fortunately, due to the recent weather, a lot of them are out in the field today and getting the crops planted and optimistic that maybe we'll see some improvement here on prices as we go along.
Were they nervous with this weather? Were they kind of itching to get out there? Were you feeling that?
Yeah, you know, the last couple years we've been blessed with, I would say, early springs or earlier than maybe average springs. So, you know, getting accustomed or getting back to maybe normal, and you know, getting 25 inches of snow in April doesn't help. But,
no, not at all.
You know, they're itching to get out there, and then they're covering a lot of acres in a short period of time now.
Now you're one of two ag bankers in Watertown, is that right?
Yep, myself and Teresa Vefflin, we cover the ag banking spectrum at Plains Commerce. We do have a few other locations in South Dakota and one location in North Dakota where we have ag bankers at all of those locations as well.
Speaking of North Dakota, I think you told me you went to school up there, right?
I did. Go Bison.
Go Bison, huh? Be careful. Don't say that too loud. And Plains Commerce, a local bank. I mean, they're located, where did they get their roots started?
So Plains Commerce got its roots in Hoven, South Dakota. 1931, actually started as the Bank of Hoven. Like many other banks, we've grown and transitioned to serve the needs of our customers. We've grown to 2 locations here in Watertown, as many folks know. 2 locations in Sioux Falls, one in Aberdeen, one in Condé, Hoven. We still have our office there. And then we're also in Bismarck, North Dakota as well.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate it talking to you this morning. Martin Peterson, an ag banker with Plains Commerce Bank. And Justine Wamba is the branch coordinator, and you're joining us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
So tell us what some of your duties at the bank are.
I'm just a head of our retail department. I deal with overseeing our DDA, checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, IRAs,
so you
personal
have
loans.
Kind of a wide variety, take care of a customer when they are looking for an account or something like that?
Yep.
All right. And I suppose, is that a fun time for people when they come in and maybe it's their first checking account, a young adult or something?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's nice because we like to, get to know them on a personal level and try to make it as fun as possible, So.
I was talking to a couple last night, and I said, do you have a check? And they were like, well, kinda. Are checks still popular? Do you still process a lot of checks at the bank?
We do, mostly when it's business accounts coming in and
Sure.
stuff like that. But personal, there's a lot of direct deposit and stuff like that. But
Do you guys have a good mobile app that
we
you
do.
can use?
Yep, our mobile app is great. You can take a picture of your check and deposit it that way as well. So.
Technology's come a long ways, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in this morning. Thanks for stopping
you very
in.
much.
All righty. That's Justine Wamba. She is a branch coordinator. And then we also spoke with Martin Peterson, an ag banker from Plains Commerce Bank. So we appreciate them stopping in. We're going to take a break, Mark. It's 9:05 KWAT, Watertown, South Dakota. We'll have more What's Up from Gather in downtown Watertown right after this.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it those two you turned down? I don't know if he turned me down.